Okay, hello everybody. This is my first video officially on the channel, and I feel like it's a pretty good time to do it. I'm still fairly new for the most part. I started about with a month left of last wipe. Climbed up pretty quick. I kind of play everything. Yeah, minus anyways, and yeah, but everything else I played quite a bit. Obviously, you can tell Warlock is kind of my goat. But I just want to go over the patch 69 and patch 69-1. Um, I think patch 69 could have been a step in the right way because this is an extraction game, right? This is a dungeon crawler. There needs to be gear diff, or else having a full kit, right? And this is kind of not even like a great kit. It's just aesthetically cool looking. Like I got okay stats, everything's good, whatnot. Um, but I think making common gear do the same amount of damage as legendary and unique weapons is ridiculous. I don't think the only difference should have been the stats on it, because even then, like, the difference between, you know, a common dagger and a unique dagger was one weapon damage, maybe some fizz power, physical damage bonus, whatever. Like that's irrelevant, right? Like that does absolutely nothing. That's not a good change for the game. I think it's really not healthy. But I don't remember if it was patch 68. I think it was patch 68 or 67. They made the loot so much better. I saw some people on Reddit talking about, you know, oh, I found 5+ legendaries every normals run. You're cap? That's cap. That is the biggest amount of bullshit I've ever heard. It's not possible for that. But getting one every other run, one run if you're really maximizing what you're looting and minimizing interactions with other players and whatnot. Yeah, but here's the thing: like before, especially with me, who's someone who plays like Goblin Caves, right? The only reason why I play Goblin Caves and only Goblin Caves is because I don't know. It's just in my comfort zone. It's the only map I really played. I think Ruins is sick. 3 levels is kind of excessive, but like being in norms, going all the way down to hell, and being able to get like consistent, blues, purples, and legendaries, I think that's fucking sick. Because High Roller is cool, and it's rewarding, especially when you get to like the actual leaderboard and what your rewards are and stuff. So it's worth it still. But as someone who plays Goblin Caves for the most part, it felt completely useless to loot unless I was in High Roller, and even then, I very rarely got any good stuff. But just the other day, I was playing. I was just doing lockpick rogue, you know, opening every chest I could, all the golden chests, whatnot. I had 2 runs back to back where I was able to scrounge just over 1,000 gold each run in normals just by looting. That is a really cool change. It makes it so looting is, it makes you want to loot more. One thing I really like is that they finally took away perks that are quote unquote, um, what is the word? Undesirable or unused, whatever, right? So everything you see here is stuff that somebody would look for. Not as much magic pen or armor pen. Those are very build specific, but it's not like there's nothing here that you would be mad about. Everything here does something. Like obviously you wouldn't want spell casting speed on a barbarian. You know what I mean? And that's kind of tough luck if you get that. But your chances of getting like true fizz, true magic, max health, whatever, like it has raised significantly, and I love it. It just makes it so there's a lot less dead rolls. Like some of my stuff got changed. Like the Shoes of Darkness were originally 5 additional move speed, 1.5 move speed bonus, but you can't get those anymore, so they opted for the 1.5 movement speed bonus. fine by me, and I got zero point 0.5 PDR instead. I mean, that's kind of nothing, but you know what? I'll take that over magical interaction speed. Like, so I'm not too mad at that. Um, but patch 69-1 did something I think actually balances everything out really hard. It's there's a lot of people who are a lot more experienced than me, and I get they still really don't like it, but at the end of the day, like, it's kind of, I think it's good. There's no inherent stat difference. Let's just go to, what would be a good example? Let's just go like a short sword, right? So if I saw this right, so we'll go common. This is squire, right? So 26 damage. 27 damage. 27 damage as well, but you have the option for more perks, right? So that's a noticeable amount of damage, right? From uncommon, let's say you have additional weapon damage, fizz power. On rare, you can have fizz damage bonus, fizz power, and additional weapon damage. That's noticeable for the most part, depending on how you build your class. Epic, right? Same deal. But here's the thing, you can start getting things that are 28, right? So there's more of a mix. So blue and purple, there is a there's a difference, right? There's a pretty big difference there, right? And then we go to legendary. Your base is 28, and I'm pretty sure you can probably get 29 somewhere, I think. Didn't really check too hard. Let's just go all the way to the end. Okay, so it's all 28, but you get 4 perks, dude. You can have all 3 damage perks and some like max health. Like that's noticeable, but look, right? We go to unique. Like it's 29. Like they made it so it is so much more worth it to get the higher gear stuff. Now look, obviously you can still get like, I don't want to say dead rolls, but kind of like magic healing on a sword. Like, the only time that's really going to affect you is if you have a health potion active and then you have the sword out. It just means that the healing is just going to be like, I think 0.02% more or something, right? Like, it's not really insane. You know what I mean? Same with kind of like magic pen, like, what is that really going to apply to? Maybe like rogue poison, but if we go to like this, I don't know what kind of drugs this guy is on. Like, it has 4 really good perks, but that's what I'm saying, right? Like, it's more worth it now. But then let's just go to, I don't know, let's go to the adventurer cloak, right? This change is a little weird, but I also kind of like it at the same time because, like, you only get 1 stat now for like a default blue cloak. But that kind of makes sense because there's no green cloak. Now, do I think they should add a green cloak? Maybe, but that's just kind of whatever. But you see, like, you're already going up 1, right? Legendary, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get 3, and I don't know if there's, well, there you go, shows what I know. You know what I mean? Like, I think before a legendary was 4 agi for an adventurer cloak. But like, it just means that people can't absolutely giga stack stats without really like investing. You kind of had to invest before, but now it's really like, for certain things you really got to invest. You know what I mean? So I think personally it's a good change. Like, I just think it's worth it. The health change, I think it inherently brings more skill expression in the game in a way. You got to be a little bit better at fighting. If you're like me and you play warlock, like, a little slut, it's a lot like this build initially, I think it was peaking close to 140 HP. Right, which, I mean, for a warlock, it's pretty good. I could tank a hit if I missed a parry, or, like, I had room to miss some spells. Like, I don't even have a lot of magic healing, right? I have like 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Like that's nothing. But like even with that active, like I played a game right before patch 69-1 and like I missed a couple, like I whiffed a couple of Curse of Pains, and like, dude, my health was like low as shit, and I was like, okay, that's new, right? That would have been really unfortunate if like a rogue came behind me or something, you know. But at the same time, like, I think it just adds a level of like skill, you know. You can't afford to miss as many curses, you know. Like, you can't afford to just tank an extra hit, you know, because like 15 health, like that's absurd, right? Um, but anyways, I think with the health changes, there's certain classes that are going to shine more than others. Barbarian is obviously fucking juiced right now. Like even with the change, I think Barbarian's a little. You know what? We'll just let them have their fun, whatever. But people don't realize like with 15 less HP, the cap for PDR is a lot lower, and everything has a lower like base armor rating. Um, there's classes that are going to shine throughout that, right? I guess technically every class is, but I know people get annoyed by it or whatever. I'm not. I haven't really played the actual like Dungeons and Dragons itself. I've only ever played it once, but like rogues, right? The whole point of a rogue is to be sneaky, and if that sneakiness pays off, it should inherently be a free kill, but that's on the other person for not being aware, right? I know it can be annoying to lose an entire kit because you stepped on a landmine rogue and they knew how to build a kit and you're just dead. But you know what I mean? Like, sorry, vape is probably very loud. Um, this kit's not even done, right? Because I don't have time to play. I really don't have time to play anymore. Not a whole lot, anyways. So this is kind of just where I'm at. But like, when this is done, I'm gonna have what 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 true fizz, and I'm gonna probably shoot for like 40. I don't know, minimum like 45 decks. That's probably the goal. 44 decks, maybe even 42. I don't know. But like this whole point, like look at my HP. 90% of the fucking weapons will one hit me, one hit or two hit me, right? But it's the payoff, right? 60% armor pen, or sorry, 65 with how low the health is now on everybody. Like, yes, there are going to be counters, right? Like, if I make the choice to landmine, like, a fully bissed out PDR fighter, like, I have won that fight before, and I probably will again, right? But that, like, that and Barbarian are scary to landmine because, like, ooh, what if they have, like, a shitload of health, right? But for most other classes, like if you step on a landmine, like it should be over, you know. But if you can get away, like there's just no health there, you know. And yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of people don't like it right now. I know it's a little odd that a Squire kit, right, essentially has the same base stats as like a full blue kit. But that's the thing is that they before it was ridiculous because a full like the difference between a full Squire kit and a full Bist out Legendary kit was so like honestly small that it like I agree it's horrible for the game and it shouldn't be like that. But now a Squire kit is only the equivalent to like a partial blue and purple kit, but like now that they took away infrequently used perks, those blue and purple kits, like, it's gonna matter now. You know, it may be a small difference, but if me wearing a full Squire kit kills someone wearing a full blue or purple kit, right? And let's just say it's a 1v1 the whole time. I, like, at the end of the day, like, that fight is about skill, right? But they have the advantage. They have the advantage because they're fully bissed out in like a fucking blue and purple kit. Like our base stats might be the same, you know, give or take like one extra knowledge here, a couple extra knowledge, as you will, whatever, right? Our base stats are relatively similar. You know, now if I were a squire kit and I beat somebody wearing a full like unique legendary kit, like if I win that clean 1v1, it's because I outskilled them, right? But if I die to them, like it again, it's they outskilled me at the end of the day. It just means like instead of it being the biggest fucking gear diff ever, and a lot less skill, it's now come to it's more about skill, like to a degree, right? I think it's good. I think it opens up a lot of skill expression. I think the lower health is a little crazy, but they lowered the health and they lowered the damage, the base damage of the lower rarity weapons, and I think that's pretty good. I think the PDR changes are good. Um, Barbarian is obviously dominant. As someone who loves playing Ranger, I'm good to see Ranger kind of up at the top now, but get a Ranger with the right perks and the right build. Not even. You can get a Squire Ranger with a Windless, and they're just really good at hitting their shots. Like, I mean, GG's, right? Like, they have the skill to hit that shot, but, like, getting one tapped by a Windless is not going to be an ideal time. But that's just the game, right? I think the loot changes are amazing. And I think patch 69-1, not 69 because I don't know what they were doing there, but 69-1 kind of fixed what I think the issues with 69 were. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I really have to say. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. This is coming from the newer player base, right? You know, like I'm not like I don't have the experience, right? These numbers are a little scary. You know, this is I know it's like a Monday afternoon. It's my day off, right? So that's why I'm on right now. But these numbers scare me a little bit. I hope a lot of people can. I hope some people with a voice can really put out basically what I just said, but in a more informed way, and we can see these numbers go up. But as I said, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I've only been playing for a few months now. Keep in mind, I have just been eat, sleep, breathing this game as much as I can. So, to a degree, at least like I said, coming from a new player perspective, I think the game is legitimately in a good spot right now. I think it's a little harder. I think the PvP has a little bit more skill into it. And I'm sorry, unless you're playing Barbarian or Windless Ranger, but you do you. Have fun. That's really all that matters at the end of the day, is having fun. And yeah, I will be... I'm still in the process of learning how to edit in general. I have a bunch of clips and stuff saved, a bunch of full-size YouTube videos to make. And I'm really trying to get those out. I am moving into my new place soon. And I'll start having my camera on and whatnot. But, yeah, I think the game right now is actually in a good spot. I think it's now more rewarding to get those legendary and uniques out. I really hope we see more people use unique stuff, because you would so very rarely see it before, because it was either so high up there, right, or it just, it almost didn't feel worth it. But I really hope to see more people running full legitimate BIS kits. I think that would be awesome. I'm one to go in with like a budget blue kit, and I'll kill somebody, and I love seeing. I used to love seeing like the purples, but I mean it's a little less relevant now. But I hope to see people running more legendaries, more uniques, like. Use the loot you got, I think the market is going to be in a fucking really, really weird place here. I see like that. That's exactly. Two of those are just dead roll, but um, yeah, I hope to see more people running like actual kits. I hope people can understand where SDF is coming from. And for his sake, I'm praying that he's a lead developer. Because if not, yeah, maybe get him out of there. But like this is his game. If this is his vision, then we're all here. I'm sure we can all agree that at the end of the day, we just all love and care about this game, truthfully and honestly. And seeing changes like this can suck at first, but I don't know. I think give it some time. Everybody's gonna adjust. Everything's gonna play a little differently. But I'm really excited. I'm excited to see more Slayer fighters, because Slayer fighter legit. Like when you think about how much damage a Slayer fighter can put out, that's some scary shit. They're faster. They attack faster. They do a wicked amount of damage. I love playing Slayer fighter, so I'm glad to see Slayer fighter is gonna have a fighting chance, legitimately now. Um, there's some classes that I will not name. Bard and Cleric, those are still a little scary, but all is, yeah. So that's going to be the end of the video. It's a really short one. This is the first video legitimately on my channel. I have like one TikTok edit I made of Destiny, but you're not really going to see me playing that game at all. Yeah, I hope everybody has a good rest of your day. I hope some people can understand what I'm saying here and where I'm trying to come from and why I think patch 69-1 actually completely made patch 69 a good change for the game. The game was feeling really stale, and I think content-wise it relatively still in that same spot. But I think the way the game is going to play is going to be different, and I think it's going to be fun in the end. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to try my best to hopefully push out videos once a week to start. That's my goal. But yeah, I hope everybody has a good rest of your day. And yeah, peace out.